this video we're going to look at Windows 11. Now, you might be thinking, hold on a minute, this is Windows 10. Well, yeah, it is Windows 10, and that's because Microsoft don't give us the ISO files to clean install Windows 11, you know, the insider version. So we're going to have to install Windows 10 and then upgrade it, because why would you want anyone to test the clean install process? That would make too much fucking sense, wouldn't it? So we've got to do it the stupid way for a virtual machine. It's going to take fucking ages. But there you go. That's what Microsoft want us to do. They want us to test it, but they don't give us the tools to fucking test it properly. So how are they going to get decent feedback when you can't even do a clean install in a fucking virtual machine? It's a fucking joke. I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about our professional YouTube channel. I've made some tweaks to the microphone settings, so hopefully the audio will be a bit better and not all over the place like it usually is in these videos. You know, it's very professional, very well done, and brilliant YouTube. This is great. This is what you come in here for, isn't it? You come on here to watch this crap. It amazes me how little they've changed the setup process. It's still pretty much exactly the same as Vista. Now, I know it doesn't really need changing that often, but consistency would be nice. It's a fucking mess. A lot of the Linux distros are more consistent than this. And with Windows 11, it's going to be all over the place, isn't it? You're going to have elements from stuff going back to Windows 3.1. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And why not talk about the system requirements for Windows 11? 2nd gen or newer Ryzen, 8th gen or newer Intel. It's fucking mental. What's that all about? Microsoft going about caring for the environment, and then they come out with this crap. Especially, they want everyone to buy new PCs, and they're like, one minute they're going, oh, we've got to protect the environment, and then the next minute, oh, buy a new PC. It's fucking ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. Now, I'm installing Windows 10 with the network adapter disconnected because I want a local account. Got nothing against Microsoft accounts, I use them myself. But if you sign into Windows 10 with a Microsoft account, it straight away it tries to do all this bullshit and pulls in stuff off the internet. It's like, oh, do you want these suggested apps? Yeah, we'll fucking put them on. But if you try and remove them while it's doing that, it causes all sorts of fucking issues. It's ridiculous. You have to like tame it before you connect your Microsoft account, and it's really silly. People must have like loads of software that they don't need installed on their PCs because of this. Just ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ludicrous, really. It's such a mess. I don't know why it is such a fucking mess. It's just ridiculous. Microsoft went fucking crazy with Windows 10, and they're just continuing down that path with Windows 11. Now, I don't hate Windows 10. I've used it since it came out. I've deployed it to thousands of PCs. It's not like some strange OS to me. But it's got all these weird idiosyncrasies and shit like that. It's just ridiculous. We'll cover some of them in the video, but this isn't really about Windows 10, it's about 11, but we need to go through 10 to get to fucking 11, it's ridiculous. At least someone had the sense to get rid of Cortana during the IOBE, because it was ridiculous. Every time, hi there, as if we're fucking stupid. It must have taken a lot longer to do it that way as well. Like, why do they call it limited setup? Why don't they call it proper setup? Ridiculous. Leave the password blank for ultra security. Right, we have to send the full diagnostic data in order to be able to enroll in the insider program. As you can see, this is like muscle memory to me. It's ridiculous. All of this stuff. No, 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 no. Ridiculous. Just want to use the operating system. It just constantly gets in the way all the time. It's getting crazy now. What more do they want to do? Just let us use it. Windows gets in the way all the time in every fucking aspect. It's just stupid. It's supposed to be an operating system. It's doing this crap because it's installing the UWP apps. And again, I've got nothing against that. I use some. I play some of the games. I own some of the apps. There's nothing wrong with that system, but it's just the way that it's all bundled by default, and it's just crazy. Why doesn't it do this after? Because they're only half installed at this point anyway. If I click on any of them, you'll see a bar go across where it's installing it, because it does it in the background. It's like delayed. That's why I say if you join your Microsoft account, you get these suggested apps, and they'll appear on the start menu. Now you can unpin them, but a lot of the time it's already got the message to install them, so it will start doing it, and it's just, but it won't do it straight away. It will do it later on. It just leaves it in a total mess. It's so fucking stupid. So the first thing I'm going to do is unpin those, and then go to personalize, and then start and turn that off, so it's not going to try and do that. The next thing I need to do is disable OneDrive, because the second I put my Microsoft account on there to enroll in the Insider program, it's going to start syncing with OneDrive. I don't want it to do that. This is a virtual machine. I'm just testing something. I don't want it to start using OneDrive straight away and synchronizing everything for no fucking reason. It's just crazy how it just does all this straight away. And even on my main PC, I save my OneDrive to a different location to the default. So if I log in with my Microsoft account straight away, it starts doing it to the C drive. I don't want it to do that. So it could do that and waste loads of time without me noticing immediately. So you have to do it like one step at a time. It's crazy. I just noticed when I watched that segment back that I'd done this incorrectly. I should have pressed enable, not disable, because it's prevent OneDrive from working. So that should be enabled if you want to do that yourself. Anyway, let's join the Insider program. Something went wrong. Oh yeah, I need to enable the network adapter, don't I? Duh! Honestly. Can't expect it to work without the internet. Or can you? Maybe it should work without the internet. Maybe it should just know that's what I want to do and it should work it out itself. It should be more intelligent. This is Windows 10 after all. It should be really intelligent. It should be like, yeah, he's not on the internet, but don't worry, we'll figure it out. Yeah. I'll cut this bit out just so my spam address doesn't get even more spam. We obviously want. Let's be fair. Let's go for the beta channel because it should be somewhat more stable. I think the dev channel now is moving to the point where it's going to be the next release of Windows 11. But if we pick the beta channel, we'll get the current release. Well, not the current release, but the version that's going to be released in October. And of course, we need to restart. And also it's doing that thing where it just pulls in loads of drivers. That's another reason why you can't install with the internet connected all the time. If you want to have fresh drivers, the best thing to do is get them on removable drive or on a secondary drive and install them before connecting it to the internet, so you've got the latest ones, or else you can end up with conflicts again. I understand why it's doing it, but most people don't clean install Windows. So, and if they do, they do the reset thing. Your average user wouldn't clean install Windows. So you'd hope they'd know how to get drivers if they were going to clean install Windows. So now we're in the Insider program and we're going to need to run Windows Update. Check for updates. Now here's another stupid part. So I've joined the Insider program so I can upgrade to Windows 11. I can't do a clean install, so I've had to do it this way. But before I can do that, it wants to do all these updates first, so I need to update the current version of Windows 10 for it to then download Windows 11 to do the update, even though Windows 11 does not depend on any of these being installed. It's just crazy. As you can see at this point, it's offering 20H2. I installed 20004 or 2004 because that's what I had to hand. It doesn't matter. We don't need 20H2 to upgrade to 11. It's not a prerequisite. So it will install these updates for 2004, restart, and then offer us Windows 11. It's so stupid. This is such a waste of time. It's just crazy that there are no ISO files for us to do a clean install or files for us to do an upgrade. Give us an offline copy so we can do it without running through this and jumping through all these hoops and wasting time. This is a virtual machine on a spinning hard drive, so it's taking up unnecessary time. It's ridiculous. You gotta love it. Look, it says restart now, but it's still in the middle of doing something. It never used to say that until they were finished. Let's click it and see what happens. Let's see if it carries on installing that cumulative update, or if it's going to restart with just the ones that have installed so far and then do the cumulative update afterwards. It's very fast, isn't it? The update process on Windows is so good, so reliable and so quick. See, by clicking restart early, it's now giving us this. Now, I know there's disk activity because I can see it in the VMware thing, but a lot of modern computers don't have hard drive activity lights. And I'm just thinking, from your average user, if this goes on for too long, especially on some of the trash that's sold in the shops these days, if this goes on for too long, they're just going to hold down the power button, aren't they? It's so stupid. The update process on Windows is so weird. It's ever since Vista. And I mean, I get it. I understand why it works like that, but I think it needs some work now. So this video is going to be a two-parter, I think. So we're going to have the first part is upgrade into 11 in this arse about face way, and the second part will be us looking at Windows 11 and getting angry with it and punching the table and swearing and all that sort of fun stuff that you come to expect from this channel. Well, we're over 10 minutes now and we're still sitting on restarting. Now VMware is actually showing me that there's hard disk activity. I know exactly what it's doing. It's installing that cumulative update, but because I clicked restart before it was finished, it's now doing that first before it moves on to the next step, which is configuring Windows updates. Do not restart your PC, do not turn off your PC even. But because I've done it out of sequence, it appears to be hanging on this screen. But I haven't done anything to cause that. It's just a glitch in Windows Update now. It started doing that a few months ago. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck they're playing at. And the most frustrating thing about the whole ordeal here is that we're just trying to put Windows 11 and we don't even need these fucking updates. But it's not satisfied until they're installed. It's a joke. We could have been installing Windows 11 by now. But no, you've got to put these on first. Fucking stupid. Absolutely stupid. There you go, it's moved on to the next step now, so it finished doing that installation process. But as I said, because we've done it out of sequence, this screen didn't know what to fucking say, so it just said restarting while it was queued. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't want to experience Edge. This is not why I'm trying to use my computer today. I didn't ask for Edge to open, did I? But no, you decided that I wanted to fucking use it. We've got this crap down here that was installed in the newest update that tries to push news and stuff to you as if you want to read it, as if you want to be mentally tormented by the fucking news in every opportunity. It's so stupid. I'm just trying to use my computer. Like, if I hovered over that, it would have come up and given loads of details, including location details, which is what you all want, isn't it? It's exactly the sort of thing you want just there, just to hover over. So clever. Now I've clicked check for updates again, and it should pull down Windows 11 this time, because now it's satisfied that it installed all that stuff to update itself, which is now completely null and void because it's going to be rebooted into Windows 11. It's just ridiculous. I mean, look, I've been recording this video for almost an hour now, and we're still on Windows 10. We're going to be on Windows 10 for a little while because this is not a quick process. Doing it this way is not a quick process. It's a full in-place upgrade, and I don't care what Microsoft say, it's not that much more refined than before. It's still just upgrading NT. It's like upgrading from Vista to 7 or 7 to 8 or 8 to 10. It's exactly the same thing. They can sugarcoat it all they want. It's still an in-place upgrade, and it still has the issues of an in-place upgrade. Fortunately, this is a clean install, so we're not going to take any of those with us, but still, it's not the point. If I'd been using this system for a while, we would have had all sorts of crap that it would have upgraded with it. But that's a good way to test Windows 11, isn't it? Like, I get it, you need to test upgrades. Obviously, you need to test upgrades. People will be upgrading if they've got hardware new enough, but they will be upgrading. But you still need to allow people to clean install it, especially when we're at the beta step already. Now, I'm sure they will eventually, But why leave it so long? And I know that you can use sources to get a clean install of it now. You can get, I think, UUP dump or something like that. I don't want to do that. It's not official, is it? And it's totally unsupported. It's unsupported anyway, but it's even more unsupported if you do it that way. And I just don't trust these third-party systems. So we're doing it this way. We're doing it the way they recommend. It's really fucking annoying. It's really fucking stupid. And I'm tired already. Like, it's like, why did I make this fucking video? I've started making it. I may as well continue now. But the point is, I could have installed 3 or 4 distros in the time that this has taken. It's fucking ridiculous. But hey, Microsoft knows best. Microsoft e-waste. They know what to do. Another thing I noticed is that it signed us into Skype. I didn't ask it to do it, but it just did it. There's another fun piece of signing in with a Microsoft account straight away. So usually I would have removed those apps by now, things like that. Why would I want it to just sign into Skype? Or maybe I wouldn't have wanted to use Skype straight away. I might have wanted to wait, or I wouldn't have wanted to sign in because I don't want people messaging me immediately. But no, Microsoft decides it'll open Edge, it'll open Skype, and just do what the fuck it wants, because it's not my computer, is it? It's Windows' computer, obviously. Now, location is turned off, and yet the weather app, the news app, whatever the fuck you want to call it down here, pulled the location. Just did it. So it takes no notice of any of this. This must just be for UWP apps or something. How's our update doing? It's crazy. It's not a very big file. I think it's no bigger than 4 gig. But for some reason, it's slower over Windows Update than any other method. Like 4 gig on Windows Update takes longer than it would do on any other system, on any other download manager. I don't fucking know why. I don't really care why. And we're going to have a few more steps first, because it's going to have to extract, it's going to have to install, and then it's going to have to reboot to do the actual in-place upgrade. So we all thought this was going to be a video about Windows 11, but look, we're still in 10. This is Windows 10 still. We're not even in 11 yet. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why this is going to have to be 2 parts now, because I'm so fed up I don't even want to fucking record it in one go. It's just that ridiculous. It's moved on to installing now, but yeah, it's not exactly true, is it? Because it's going to install up to 100%, and then we're going to click restart. We'll get a configuring step. We'll get the installation step. That's the real work when it's doing the in-place upgrade. These apps are not up to date. Like, sometimes the store will just take care of that in the background, but not when Windows Update is running, because it fucks itself over and it's just stupid. It's just fucking stupid. Honestly, Windows 10, what a load of fucking rubbish. It's now almost 2 hours since I started recording, and we're still in Windows fucking 10. This is totally fucking ridiculous. It just occurred to me that it's been 11 years since we last looked at a Windows operating system. We should really do it more often, because it's absolutely infuriating. I mean, this has been far more difficult than any Linux video that I've put together. I can create those quite quickly and look at because Linux distros are so much easier to install. This is just a total joke. We looked at Windows Longhorn. That was the last Windows video that we looked at prior to this one, and I think that we should spend some more time on that in the future. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that, because I really liked Longhorn. It was really interesting, and I was a huge Vista fan. It's a shame that Windows has descended into the crap that it is now, because I really thought that they were going somewhere when they released Vista. We're still in Windows 10, by the way. This is so fast, so streamlined, and so brilliant. Of course, if we'd had an ISO, we could have just jumped straight into 11, but that'd be too easy. It'd make too much sense, and it'd be too fucking interesting. It's been sitting on 100% for a few minutes. It's not 100% then, is it? 100% implies that it's done. It's clearly not done, because it says installing 100% still. What the fuck? Come on. So now it's asking us to reboot, to install the newest feature update. You know, only 2 hours later. So fast. That was such a good process, wasn't it? Yeah, top marks, Microsoft. You've done a good job there. You've done a really good job. That was so easy and so fast. It wasn't time consuming at all. It's going to be really, really fun when people with Intel Atoms are installing this crap, or Celerons or whatever. Because, you know, the new Celerons are still supported, but first generation Ryzen isn't, even though it's going to blow a Celeron out the water at any opportunity. So your piece of crap laptop that you can buy with a Celeron and a crappy SSD is going to chug along on Windows 11, but a really good high-end PC, not even compatible. Not even compatible. What a joke. Updates are underway. What, so the other process that we just watched wasn't actually it, was it? It was just a joke. It was just a facade. This is the real thing. It's such a fucking stupid way of doing updates. By the way, we're still on Windows 10. And again, it's 100% complete, but it's just sitting there, so it's not 100% complete, is it? Please keep your computer on. I don't want to keep it on. I want to switch it off. Why do I want to keep it on? Don't tell me what to do. And maybe it'll open Edge in a sec, because, you know, it likes to shove Edge in your face. It'll open Edge and go to msn.com and say, oh, you must use MSN for everything because it's great, it's superior to everything else. Oh, it's going to restart. Or it's just going to hang. Oh, that's good. If it had fucked up there, I would have just gone absolutely mad, and this would have been the most rantiest rant video that you could possibly imagine. At least it's starting up in 11 and not 10, because I'm getting fed up of being stuck in Windows 10. We've been in that far longer than we should have been. Oh, we've got another stage in the upgrade process. This is the actual in-place upgrade happening here. As I said, it's not as simple as it just running through. Oh no. You've got to do this 3 or 4 times first. And also the continuation of the dark theme, because everything's got to be really dark now. You can't have anything light and exciting. It's all got to be dark and depressing. I just don't get. I know that some of you love dark themes. I just don't get them. I just look at them and it just looks broken to me. I'm yet to find one and look at it and think, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. There's a couple in KDE which look okay, but even those, they just, yeah, I don't get dark themes. I don't get them at all. I think they look ugly and depressing, and they're just not very usable for me. I don't know why. I just prefer light themes, I guess. But this just looks broken, doesn't it? This white text on a black background. It just looks like the system's broken. Your computer may restart a few times. Why not just add it to the other 3,000 times it's restarted during the process? This might take a few minutes. Well, the whole thing's taken fucking hours, so what's a few more minutes really? Who gives a fuck anymore? It's still dark. We got an animation going on which is a bit Vista-esque really. Not a lot of excitement at the moment though. It's probably just doing the apps. This is the same thing that's been around since Windows 8, isn't it? Where it's been saying getting your apps ready and all that jazz. I don't know, it should just say that this process might take forever. That's what it should say. If any of you are still watching the video, I'll be really surprised, but thank you, because if it's as fun as it was to actually make, then you would have tuned out ages ago. Please keep your PC on and plugged in. Well, if I unplug it, it's going to go off, so yeah, I kind of need to have it plugged in to keep it on. It's kind of a given. Obviously, it's not differentiating that this isn't a laptop, despite the fact there's no battery. So it should just say, please keep your PC on. Please keep your PC on and plugged in. Do not turn off your PC. Yeah, I got the message in the first sentence. How come it doesn't say it will take a while now or whatever? It's just telling us to keep the PC on. Does it realise it's taken so long it's just given up? And it's like, yeah, just keep your computer on, mate. Fuck how long it's going to take. Just keep it switched on and plugged in. And by the way, do not turn it off in case you didn't get it the first time. Good things coming your way. Almost there. Yeah. And now it's gone into a light theme. Cool. Here we are. We're in Windows 11. This start menu absolutely fucking sucks. but we'll get to that in the next video. So that was the upgrade process to Windows 11. It was fucking rubbish. It took far too long, and it was just overly complicated for what it was. I know it's not released yet. I know it's inside it. You don't have to tell me that. But the point is, if you want people to test it, why don't you give them the option to do a clean install as well as doing it this way? Especially if you're using a virtual machine, because this is a total waste of time. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, which will be a continuation of this one. The future of Windows, the modern operating system, really.